Hello everybody and welcome to PeterVill. I'm very pleased to announce that it has been published on ModHub, so if you weren't aware of that you can now download it for PC and console. So this is our trailer from Felsbrunn. This is my continuation of the Felsbrunn series, so I'm just going to actually get it hitched back onto the other half of the low loader and then we can get straight into the Let's Play. Now, because this is the continuation, we actually are going to have around £1.5 million since we actually did earn that money on the Felsbrunn series. So we are going to be starting off with quite a bit of machinery. The moment I arrive, I'm already causing chaos on the roads. That sounds like me. Anyway, I just want to thank MJ Modding so much for the hard work getting this through testing, as it does seem to have been quite a challenge, but clearly the work has paid off. So yeah, big thank you to MJ Modding. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully everybody else does as well. Now let's just move back onto the machinery that we have here. Obviously we have the lorry just here, which has come across from Felsbrunn, along with a John Deere and a Massey Ferguson. This is the updated Massey Ferguson. This is the 7726S with Dyna 6 transmission, and also we have the John Deere 8400R just here as well. So two very nice tractors which should go down really well in this Let's Play. Now we actually have the money. We have £1.5 million, over £1.5 million, which will soon be spent up because we have to buy animals, we have to buy land, and also all of our implements. We have no implements at all. Everything you see here is everything that we have. So really, two tractors, a lorry, and the farm. And also actually we do have 3 fields. So if I just show you on here, you can see we're in field number 28, 27 and 41, plus a few other just random areas, which don't really accumulate to a great deal. We actually own the lake though, which is nice, or whatever it is, the reservoir, lock possibly, and also we have some sell points and stuff as well, mainly so we can just sell stuff there. There are other farms, so we've got a farm down here, there's also a farm just over here, forest. I'd love to buy the forest, another forest just here, so another farm in fact. So there's plenty of different places that we can go to. Interestingly, we don't own the BGA, but I'm sure we'll be able to afford that in the future. So yeah, what we're going to do is start setting up the farm. That is the sole purpose of this episode, setting up. I don't think we're going to get much farm work done, but we are going to be able to choose all the different things that we're going to be buying. So I think really, because it's a big map, that is a huge map, we're going to have to go with some fairly substantial equipment, despite only having a very small amount of land at the moment. So I think the first place to go to is the small tractor shop just here, and I've always wanted to get the Ford series back because I know the Ford was very popular in the Felsbrunn series, and really I shouldn't have sold it. It's just I couldn't really transfer it across that easily since it didn't even fit on the low loader. So it would be very good to have this back in the game. I have now configured it to how I want it to be, so let's go and buy it. It's not going to cost us too much money, £19,650. And if you think I'm talking fast, it's because I am trying to get through the purchasing relatively quickly. In fact, I might buy some things off screen. Now, we don't need too many tractors. I think that might be enough for the time being, because I do also need to buy a telehandler and a combine harvester. I think for the telehandler in this one, we're going to go for the Mani 2, which looks like this. The standard tyres are absolutely fine. And the combine harvester is going to be quite a tricky choice because I know the roads are fairly narrow, yet the map is big, so we can't go for anything too big, but it doesn't want to be anything too small either, so it is going to be quite a tricky choice, and I don't really know what to go for exactly. I've always been tempted by the roster mash, and some of you might think, oh no, don't get the roster mash, but it is a tempting one to go for. I might buy it in the future, but I might just hold off on that today, because we don't necessarily need a combine harvester today. I think, unless I can find a mod, my first choice here is the roster mash. Now, as for the trailer, I have chosen the Bandit 750. Seems like a good trailer, should be perfect for this. So it might be changed in the future, but I think that's going to be a good starting point. The direct draw which I have chosen is the Väderstad Rapid A600S, which is a fairly obvious choice really. And I think we should probably go with a sprayer. We do need to get a sprayer, or we could do fertilizer. But I would say this one here should be absolutely fine. Let's just see the difference. Yeah, you do it quite a bit more in the Hardy, so yeah, we'll go for the Hardy. And also, we are at some point going to have to get some mowers and stuff, but we don't necessarily have to buy all that today. So that should still be a fairly good starting point. Okay, so let's take a look at what I've purchased. We have the Ford. Of course, we can change the Ford's wheels at any point. We're not restricted to keeping these. They can just be put into a workshop and changed over. But there's some pretty good flotation tyres. We also have the telehandler here. I should probably put some attachments on it. I would imagine the most used attachment is going to be bale handling. I do have the CSZ pack here, but I probably do have to get another bale spike or bale fork, I can imagine. So I think I should put the multi-purpose bucket on it for now. This should be fine. And then it can tow back the trailer, leaving just the sprayer here. As I said, we might be getting some more tractors in the future. We probably will be. But for today, that should be fine. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be able to tow that. Nope. Okay, so let's just head back to the farm. Now the best way to get to the farm from here is actually to turn right. Of course this is if you are going back to the farm which we currently have. If you have one of the other farms, then yes, you're going to probably not want to go this way. Because there is a farm going left out of there instead of turning right. I wonder if my tractor is... Oh no, the telehandler is still there, good. Yeah, I was wondering if my tractor is going to be a bit too far ahead. Yep, so we have traffic. You can see we've got the beach here. Lots of detail. I should probably have the beacons on. But the map is huge. So if you do want to see it, then either... Yeah, if you can download it and play it, great. If you don't have access to a console or PC, the best thing to do is to go back to my first video, which I put out in probably February actually. It was a long time ago. And that will give you a pretty good insight of the layout of the map. Yes, I think it's more that the telehandler can keep up and the tractor is going a bit too slow. It is quite heavy for this tractor to pull up the hill. These hills really do catch these tractors out. So, is that our field just there? No it isn't, but it could be. We could buy it, we do have plenty of money. In fact, it would be a very wise field to buy, since it has a crop in it, and also we have plenty of money currently. So I think, yes, as I have seen it now, field number 26 is going to be a good one for me to buy. Sort of gives us a bit of a square, which we now own. But yes, we own field number 41 as well, over on the far side. That piece of land just cost me £302,000. I'm not going to buy too much land because I know it's going to catch me out if I do spend a lot. So I really would like to get the animals in first before I go buying anything else. It is very important that we buy the animals, but I think really the sheep are going to be my priority on this map. We might get some horses as well, possibly. But really, if I'm not going to place a paddock, I'm going to have to buy the farm where the horses are, which would be the obvious thing to do. So here we are. The drill is here. So I'm going to try my best to keep this yard as neat as possible. I know that I'm not very good at keeping stuff neat, but we do have a decent shed here. Looks like we actually have a front weight as well. Nice. Okay, I've opened the wrong door. Just open it up. There we go. We have lighting as well. Very nice indeed. Yeah, I think initially in my first video some of these sheds were not perfectly level, but now they seem to be very good. Very nice and level. So yeah, let's just go and put this in here. I don't think there's going to be any drilling to do today, but there will be very soon. I'm going to have to also take a look and see what's happening with the other 3 fields that we own. Obviously we know that the field which we purchased does have a crop in it, but as for the other 3, I currently have no idea. So yeah, field number 28, 27 and 41. Are they grass fields? 2 of them are. 28, 27 are grass, 41 is barley, and that is growing. So we actually do have 2 arable fields and 2 grass fields. That's quite a nice balance, especially as I think we do have slightly more arable than grass. So that really is perfect. Field number 26 is ready to harvest as well. So if we do feel the need to start harvesting today, we can do. But yes, as for the combine choice, Before I get shouted at, I probably should just leave it for this episode, since, although yeah, it should be my choice really. I don't want to anger my viewers, although to be fair, I think those Ross Smash combines are actually pretty good. It's just I know when you compare it to a John Deere, everyone's just going to go and choose John Deere. But I feel I have used John Deere a bit too much recently, so it might be time just to try something else. There's no harm in trying something new. So I might well get the Ross Smash today, possibly. Anyway, this is the tractor I'm extremely tempted to use. Very good looking tractor. Recently released on ModHub, so yeah, really looking forward to it. The best thing for me to do is to start buying some sheep. Now this can take 10, well it can take 10 sheep, although it says it can take 10 pieces. Yeah, there's not one sheep which has been scattered into many different parts. That would be gruesome. It is 10 sheep. 10 individual sheep. You'd be very pleased to hear. So yes, let's just go over to the store once again. I know you want me to drive the John Deere, but no, I want to drive the Massey Ferguson. Let's go. We will be putting the John Deere to a lot of use in the future episodes. This is going to be good. So yeah, we'll turn right out of here. And we are going to then head over to the Livestock Market to buy our sheep. And I'm probably going to get way more than 10 sheep. It's just, you can only take 10 at a time. So the Livestock Market is actually at the top right hand side of the screen. We'd actually most likely have to go back past the farm again. We'd have to go north, then go east to be able to get over to there. So that's going to be a good way of actually exploring that top right hand side of the map. But yes, this is a huge map. It is actually probably surprisingly big. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting map to do Let's Play on, and I'm very pleased that we do have the money from the Felsbrunn series, because otherwise we are going to struggle to really expand and see a lot of the map. So it should be really good. I always do it, I like it when I've put the effort into another series and then carry the money across. If I had just added the money randomly without earning it first, it would have been probably not quite as satisfying, but it would have still been good. Up in front we have some dirt tracks with lots of puddles, and I would also like to buy some fields up there because it's all very interesting. Anyway, yes, just here is the dealership where we were before, and there's my sprayer again and my trailer. It's all going to have to be picked up later. Everything we put away, we're going to have a place for everything, so there's going to be nothing just left around. We'll probably have to come back here in a minute or two when we've done the sheep to retrieve them. But first, yes, let's just go south first and go all the way north to look at the sheep over at the Livestock Market. I can see that bend's going to be a bit of an issue for my driving, because you know how I always sort of cut the bend a bit. So if I have a trailer on, the chance I'm going to clip a car, which isn't going to be good. Are there people on the beach? Possibly. I can't see anybody. I was just interested to see if there was any life down here. Nicely detailed. Ooh, an inflate. Is that an inflatable? Or is it some kind of misshaped watering can? I'm not sure. It is a... Is it a misshaped water? Actually, I don't know. I don't really want to know. What is this thing? Ugh. Hopefully the owner of it does not see me just throwing it randomly into the water. They would not be happy. Yeah, before we continue, let's just go and take a look at the boat. But yeah, it's very nice, very detailed. Harbour Patrol, oh, that was their cunning way of not allowing me to get onto their boat. So yeah, I'm holding up the cement mixer, let me just move out of the way. But yeah, it has traffic, so if you're a fan of traffic, then that is a plus point for you. But really, I have nothing bad to say about this map at all. When I first saw it, I liked it straight away. In fact, I did say at the time that I was just so interested in doing a Let's Play, and nothing's ever changed. At the time of recording this, the map has actually literally only just been released, but I'm a bit slow with processing my videos and getting them out, so really, I'm straight on this map instantly, even though it may not feel it. I guess we should have the beacons on. We don't actually need them on, but yes, as they're there, we might as well use them. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be going straight past the farm here. I think it would be very nice to have some cows, but I'm going to focus on the sheep first. As I found out from previous versions of the game, if I try and do everything all in one go, it just doesn't work. Everything just gets a little bit of attention and nothing succeeds. Okay, right, so yeah, we're going to be turning right here. I'm pretty sure that is a lock in front. I think it is. But I can't say for sure. And then, yeah, I think it's... I think it's on the right-hand side, but I probably will be wrong. Actually, no, looking at the minimap, it is on the left-hand side. Some crops here, big grass fields. I think, yeah, we're going to be doing some mowing fairly early on. We're going to be going for a fairly big mower setup. We really do have to, because otherwise we're going to be mowing for a long time. And I want the turnover of jobs to be fairly rapid. Some really interesting shaped fields though, lots of detail. Here we are, PeterVill Market. Auctioneers. Looks like that's where we bring the wool to. Now, is that the place where we get the animals from? Do we do a reverse it there? Oh, we can just go here. Okay, that's nice. I'm going to just go for a variety. Just double click twice on both. On all, there's quite a few actually. That's a cow. I don't want to put a cow in. Yeah, and then we'll just go randomly until we are full. There we go. Yes, just double check that I haven't picked up a cow randomly, because that's not going to go well. There will be quite a punch up in the back of here. Although I doubt you can mix animals, it's probably not going to allow you to do that. Okay, right. So really, it's just going to be a case of now taking them back over to the farm and dropping them off in their cow pasture, in their sheep pasture. I've got cows in my mind, yeah, in their sheep pasture, their meadow, and hopefully they're going to be really happy. Now, it's not just going to be as simple as just dropping them off. We do need to give them water and food. The food is likely what I mentioned. We're going to have to mow the grass and get it done. As for the water, that should be really easy, and I'll give it to them today. They've got the grass in their enclosure anyway to munch on, but they will not have the water. So by the end of this episode we will have the water sorted. Sorry sheep, I'm just going to have to accelerate a bit here. And then yeah, we turn left just over here. But yeah, you can see the detailing, very nice. It is a good map. I'll try not to keep saying it too much, but just keep remembering that I know it's a good map. And of course we are driving on the left hand side. This is not mainland Europe. So yeah, here we are. I don't know the exact way into the sheep area, but we are about to find out. So it's probably just through one of these gates. Let me just check the minimap. Okay, so it's actually over here. It would be wise just to inspect it beforehand. Yeah, so this is the field. This is their water trough. The food trough will be around as well. Here it is. So it's actually all very nicely laid out, but I have still managed to go to the incorrect area. I think it does link up. I think we can just drive around here. We can, that's good. I didn't actually realise there was a way around there. So yeah, nice and simple. Now the area where we can drop them off is just behind here. We won't back up too much though in case the gate opens this way. So there we go, it does. Good job, I didn't reverse back too much. Yeah, so if we can just put them into this trigger, we can unload all of them, confirm, and there they are, the first sheep in the field. And they're very lucky, that is a big field for these sheep. I don't know how many sheep you'd actually put in a field of this size, but it's certainly more than 10, because they're actually going to struggle to keep this grass down. Yeah, we're going to have to get quite a few more. So, yes, we're going to get another load as soon as possible, but my priority now is to give them some water, because they are now in the field without any water at all, and that isn't good. So if I just close the gate and probably take this off here. There we go. Yeah, let me just take a look at the water solutions. I would say this tanker is going to be the best idea, since it is good for water and it's good for milk if we do cows in the future. This one here is good, but I'm going to probably struggle to get it through the gateways, since the gateways and the roads are fairly narrow, so it would be wise to have this one here. We can go for a different colour. I'm going to go for chrome. Very happy with that. So that is another thing over at the store which needs to be picked up. So I have a plan. We have 3 tractors, we have 3 things that need to be picked up. So the best thing for me to do is just to take everything, and then we can just get it all in one go. Before I go, you can see we have so much storage. We have some silos as well, which is very handy. Nice that we don't have to pay extra for those. This is the cow shed just here, which looks like you can drive all the way through back to the area where we have the tractors. So it's just going to take me a little bit of getting used to it, but it's going to be really good. I've been looking forward to this Let's Play since February. I don't know whether or not I should put manual attach on or not. Let me know. Should we have manual attach? I might not put a vote in, but yeah, just let me know in the comments. If there is a vote, then great. Okay, right, so yeah, 3 tractors, all going to the same location. And we'll bring everything back, put it away neatly, and just basically use the tanker, fill it up with water, and the sheep which we have will be very happy for the time between this episode and the next one, which hopefully won't be too long. I'm actually planning on doing quite a few episodes on PeterVill and also Oakfield Farm. Oh crikey, it is cement mixer rush hour. Yeah, if we can get all those tractors out of here and in time there's no traffic, that would be very good, because I don't want them to be crashing. Good, that's fine. I always keep the traffic on if I can help it. It's only switched off if I get really frustrated with it. But yeah, the traffic is going to remain on for hopefully the entire series. I'm really pleased to have this Ford back. It is such a nice tractor. And there's something quite appealing about the flotation wheels. It just seems to suit it. Looks really good. Right, we are in a bit of a queue. The queue has cleared. I love the seafront as well. Sort of has a sandy bay feeling to it. Some kind of ruin there. Okay, yeah, so that is the corner which I know I'm going to be crashing on a few times. I'm going to try my best not to, but it is inevitable with a long load. So which shall we put on here? I think probably the sprayer on this tractor, and then I'll put the Massey Ferguson on the tanker and the John Deere on the trailer. Okay, the engine has turned off. Although red on red would look good. We could put the red tractor on the red trailer, but it doesn't really matter. I think the John Deere would just be a little bit too big for giving the sheep some water. Really, we should have a really small yard tractor, like 70 horsepower, just for doing the yard work. But I don't really know which tractor we should buy, so leave me some suggestions down below. I know what I'd like to have. I'd like to have something like a Fiat, but there's not a great selection at the moment in 19. There were some very good ones in 17, but I have a feeling that the mod contest is actually going to bring some pretty decent mods. We're off. Now the next episode we will definitely be harvesting for number 26 with whichever combine harvester we decide to go with. Yeah, I'll probably take a look on the mod sites as well just to see if there's anything else, but I am fairly sure that the roster mash is the choice of combine which I'm going to go for. Nothing like a parade of tractors down the seafront. Looks very impressive. Yes, I must always slow down as well because I know the Ford isn't quite as fast as these tractors. We do have an area just behind these sheds here, so we'll be exploring that in a future episode. We'll probably store a few things in there. Obviously the main farm is just over here, and I think the best place to put the trailer is probably in the open fronted barn just there. It would be nice to use it. Yep, so this is my point about it being quite a tight turning. It's especially difficult for the low loader, but it is possible. You just have to be a bit careful. I think I'll stop the tractor. And here we go. A good shed for storing implements in. Not too sure if you can put silage in here, but you might be able to. But for today, it's absolutely fine for these machines here. Yes, the Ford probably shouldn't go in there. I might put that one just over here. It's going to be better suited to this shed. That spray looks quite heavy for it too. Let's just see. Yep, did seem quite heavy. And then we're left with the tanker. Now, where is the water fill point? This is always going to be the slowest thing about starting a map. Just figuring out where the fill points are. That is where we fill the milk up from. Just there. So we've got the right tanker for it. We just have no milk. I've just noticed there is actually a nice shed here. Obviously there's no water in here, but even so, it is a nice shed just to look in and also store some machinery in. Bales. Nice. Yeah, so I mustn't forget that. It's amazingly easy to miss that shed. Anyway, I haven't seen the water fill point. I might just have to go and fill it up from a river for now, but I can imagine there is going to be one fairly close to here. Since I'm up here hunting for water, I will just show you the other different areas of interest. Yeah, I'm sure there will be a water fill point over at the yard somewhere. Just I haven't spotted it yet. But it's nothing to worry about. I'm sure I'll be able to find it very soon. For now I just have to get my water from here. But yeah, you can see it's filling up. And it's free. Free fresh water. I've got my water. Now for the final drive just back to the sheep. And we'll finish off by giving the sheep their water. I'm sure they'll really appreciate it. Next time it is going to be a case of giving the sheep some food. It might have to be purchased for the first few days if we are going to prioritise doing the combining, which I think we should do because it's going to be a good way of making a bit of money. And then we'll do the mowing after that. It just seems to be a good way around of doing it. Okay, so yeah, sheep over there. Also we do have silage pits just there as well, which we'll be putting into use fairly soon, I would imagine. Right then, so that's the food trough. We may have to just drive all the way through. And of course, yeah, that gate opens outwards. Here we are. Yeah, so we've got 8,000 litres, that should be plenty. Although the more sheep we buy, the more that is going to go up. Should take a fair bit though. 2,000 litres. Good. Yes, so the sheep are already here, very inquisitive. That is it for this first episode. Quite a frantic setup, but I'm very excited that the map has been released. So next time it's going to be a bit calmer, and we should have a combine harvester. And yeah, we'll be doing the work in field number 26 most likely. Yeah, basically loads to do. So stay tuned, and once again thank you to MJ Modding for getting this map released. Very good map, and hopefully it's going to be a big, long series. Anyway, see you again soon. Bye for now.